This goes right along with what God showed me, that America won't take part in this antichrist system. The sky will be orange and red because America will be under attack. Fire everywhere, and then the sky opened. I was reading George Washington's vision he was given in 1776. God told me to take that and go and compare it to the Bible. And if you never heard of George Washington's vision, he was given three great perils that were going to come against America. First was the Revolutionary War and the outcome of it, and it happened exactly like the angel told him it would. Second one was the Civil War and the outcome of it, and it happened exactly the way the angel told him it would. The third great peril is the one that hasn't happened yet, and it's still to come, and we'll read it. George Washington said, "And again I heard a mysterious voice saying, 'Son of the Republic, look and learn.' At this, the dark shadowy angel placed a trumpet to its mouth and blew three distinct blasts. Taking water from the ocean, he sprinkled it up on Europe, Asia, and Africa. Then my eyes beheld a fearful scene. From each of these countries arose thick black clouds that were soon joined into one. Out this mass there gleamed a dark red light, by which I saw hordes of armed men who, moving with the cloud, marched by land and sailed by sea to America. Our country was enveloped in this volume of cloud. I saw these vast armies devastate the whole country and burn the villages, towns, and cities that I had beheld springing up." This is when I questioned who in the world could bring three continents together. Not three countries, this is three continents. It has got to be the Antichrist. There is no other logical explanation behind it. This made me want to keep reading more and more. He goes on to say, "As my ears listened to the thundering of the cannon, clashing of the sword, and the shouts and cries of millions in mortal combat, I again heard the mysterious voice saying, 'Son of the Republic, look and learn.' When the voice had ceased, the dark shadowy angel placed the trumpet once more to his mouth. He blew a long and fearful blast, and instantly a light of 1,000 suns shone down from above me, pierced and broke into fragments the dark cloud which enveloped America. At this same moment the angel, upon whose head still shone the word Union, and who bore our national flag in one hand and a sword in the other, descended from the heavens, attended by legions of white spirits." This is when I was told this is the second coming of Christ. And he told me to go to the book of Revelation of Jesus' second coming in Revelation 19. John said, "Now I saw heaven open." Now you can imagine when heaven is open, it's going to be as bright as 1,000 suns. "Behold, a white horse, and he who sat on him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he judges and makes war." He's making war on these three continents that are coming against America. "And the armies in heaven, clothed in fine linen, white and clean, followed him on white horses. On his head is many crowns." Remember that part. Back to the vision, he heard a loud trumpet blast, and that's in Matthew and Thessalonians. And he saw the light of 1,000 suns, and John said he saw heaven opened. An angel descended from heaven, attended by legions of white spirits. This is the same thing. They're seeing the exact same thing, except he's calling Jesus an angel. These immediately joined the inhabitants of America, who he thought was already overcome. He immediately took courage again, closed up their broken ranks, and renewed into the battle. Yeah, you better believe we're renewing back into the battle. We just had Jesus Christ and the saints of heaven come out of heaven to help us. We're fighting back now. Again, amid the fearful conflict, I heard a mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." As the voice ceased, the dark shadowy angel for the last time took water from the ocean and sprinkled it up on America. Instantly the dark cloud rolled back together with the army it had brought, leaving the inhabitants of the land victorious. Once more I beheld villages, towns, and cities springing up where I had seen them before, while the bright angel planting the azure standard he had brought in the midst of them, he's talking about Jesus, cried with a loud voice, "While the stars remain in the heavens, send down dew upon the earth, so long shall the union last." This is where I said remember the crown part. "And taking from his brow Jesus came with many crowns. The crown which blazoned the word Union, he placed it up on the standard, while the people all kneeling down said Amen. And I at last saw nothing but the rising curling vapor I at first beheld. This also disappearing, I found myself once more gazing up on my mysterious visitor, who in the same voice I had heard before said, 'Son of the Republic, what you have seen is thus interpreted. Three great perils will come upon America.' The angel calls America the Republic. Most fearful is the third, but in this greatest conflict the whole world united will not prevail against her. Let every child of the Republic, America, learn to live for his God, his land, and the Union." With these words the vision vanished, and I started from my seat and felt I had seen a vision wherein had been shown to me the birth, progress, and destiny of the United States. I believe what you're seeing is the rapture, and this Antichrist brings three continents over here against America. But this won't happen until the latter part of tribulation. This Antichrist is going to bring peace for the first 3.5 years of the tribulation. tribulation. It's not until midway through, then we're told he causes the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet. Midway through, 3.5 years in, then he stands in the temple of God and proclaims that he is God and demands everyone worships him. It's at that point he's going to bring this war to America, because America won't take part in this antichrist system. It's going to make him mad, and he's going to come over here and try to force everything on us. He's going to get pretty far until Jesus comes back and saves us. But the whole world united will not prevail against America, because Jesus Christ himself comes back and saves this country.